ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। आदिदिव्य ज्योतिमः कालिमा नमो आदिदिव्य ज्योतिमः कालिमा नमो मधुशुम्भमहिषमर्दिनी मधुशुम्भमहिषमर्दिनी महशक्तये नमो। मधुशुम्भमहिषमर्दिनी महशक्तये नमो। आदिदिव्य ज्योतिमः कालिमा नमो ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिवस्वरूप त्वं न अन्यथा ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिवस्वरूप त्वं न अन्यथा चराचरस्य पालिका नमो नमः सदा। चराचरस्य पालिका नमो नमः सदा। चराचरस्य पालिका नमो नमः सदा। चराचरस्य पालिका चराचरस्य पालिका नमो नमः सदा चराचरस्य पालिका नमो नमः सदा आदिदिव्य ज्योतिमहा कालिमा नमो मधुशुम्भमहिषमर्दिनी महाशक्तये नमो महाशक्तये नमो चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी राम जपा कर राम जपा कर चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर प्रात समय की शुभ वेला में संध्या समय की पुलकित रजनी संध्या समय की रोम रोम से निकले तेरे राम जपा कर राम जपा कर चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर गहरा सागर टूटी नैया जीवन तरणी राम खेवैया पार करेंगे राम जपा कर राम जपा कर राम जपा कर प्रेम सरस रस रोज पिए जा,
प्रेम सरस रस रोज पिए जा।
पार करेंगे राम जपा कर,
पार करेंगे राम जपा कर,
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर,
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन,
पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन।
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर,
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर।
ॐ नमो नारायणाय,
नमो नारायणाय,
ॐ नमो नारायणाय,
नमो नारायणाय,
ॐ नमो नारायणाय, ॐ नमो नारायणाय,
नमो नारायणाय,
ॐ नमो नारायणाय,
नमो नारायणाय,
ॐ नमो नारायणाय,
नमो नारायणाय,
ॐ नमो नारायणाय,
नमो नारायणाय,
ॐ नमो नारायणाय,
नमो नारायणाय,
ॐ नमो नारायणाय,
नमो नारायणाय।
ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः
सुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः, देवाय तस्मै नमः।
हरि ओम. Louder, please. Hari Om. Yes. Namaskar. So today we will discuss the concept of action in Bhagavad Gita. Karma and karma yoga, etc. Why do we perform action generally? Why do we perform action? If this question is asked, what will be our answer? Swamiji, I work hard, I get the desired result, and with that desired result, I become happy. Yes or no? Yes. As a student, studying in the college, I studied hard, got good marks, I was happy. I studied hard, got admission in good college, I was happy. I worked hard, got a good job, I was happy. Worked hard, got promotion, I was happy. So therefore, the equation of life seems to be work hard, get the desired result, and be happy. Therefore, hard work equal to happiness. Any problem with this philosophy? Superficially, this philosophy appears to be so logical, so perfect, so defect-free, flawless. But the scriptures say, no, this is not the way for happiness. In fact, this way if you live, you will become miserable. Kritimahau dadhau patana karanam phalamashashvatam gati nirodhakam. Patana karanam, this is the cause of fall. It will obstruct you. It will not allow you to progress in life. You will get stuck. So naturally the question, what is the mistake I am doing? I have a desire, I am working hard and getting it. What is wrong? So then Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Yajñarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. It will lead to karma bandhana. Bandhana means what? Bondage. This way if you perform action, you will get bound. It will lead to bondage. How can karma lead to bondage? So first of all, we have to understand what is bondage. What is bondage? A state of helplessness is called bondage. Yes or no? When I am helpless, when I am tied, when I am bound, when I lose my freedom, that is called as bondage. Wherever I am losing my freedom, then I am bound. For example, physical bondage. What is physical bondage? Suppose I am tied to a pole. So I say I am bound to the pole. I am in bondage. Physical bondage. So what does it mean? I am not free to move around. That is called as bondage. I want to go around, but I am not able to because I am bound. So physical bondage we are able to understand. Now here, we are not talking of some physical bondage. We are talking of psychological bondage. Actions, when performed unintelligently, will lead to psychological bondage. Karma is a double-edged weapon. If you handle it wrongly, unscientifically, without the guidance of the scriptures, this very same karma will harm you. This is what scriptures say. So now we have to understand, analyze how our actions bind us. Now, when you are performing action for a result, Your happiness depends on what? Result. And now, what is the nature of the result which comes from this world? Certain or uncertain? It is always uncertain. In this world, when you perform action, there is no guarantee you will succeed. Everything is uncertain. You may be putting forth effort, but whether the result will come or not, it will be decided by various factors. Among infinite factors, one factor is your hard work. Isn't it? So when the results become uncertain, what is the emotional change that you go through? Anxiety, fear, tension, worry, stress. Yes or no? Yes. Now, do you want to be stressed? I don't want to be stressed, but still I am stressful. I don't want to be anxious, but still I am in the grip of anxiety. I don't want to be depressed, but still I am depressed. Are you able to see a lack of freedom there? Are you able to see helplessness there? This is called as bondage. What bondage? Psychological bondage. It is something which is happening in me. Others are not knowing it, but I know it. Right? We are bound to worry, anxiety, fear, stress. So if these negative emotions, if you are going through, you will say you are bound, you are not free. This is called as karma bandhana. Again, when you are putting forth finite effort, what result will you get? Finite result. Yes or no? Finite result will give you, assuming that you are getting it. Finite result will give you finite happiness. What are you searching for? Finite happiness or infinite happiness? Infinite. So, karma phala, sukha. Again, assuming it is sukha. Again karma. So now, again and again we are doing finite action, getting finite results, getting finite happiness. And remember, every action is finite. Why is it finite? Action done with a finite body, with a finite ability, for a finite period of time, within a finite space, naturally the result has to be finite. So happiness is also finite. Now we are craving for infinite happiness. That finite happiness also ends in time. Once it is over, what do you tend to do again? You tend to repeat the same action again. But again, every time the happiness is finite, so you can't stop there. Again you keep doing the same action. Are you seeing a bondage there? Again and again you are doing the same thing. Doing finite things for finite happiness. There is again a bondage. Karma phala, say sukha, again karma phala. You are stuck. Point number 3. When you are performing action, karma, next comes karma phala, next comes sukha dukkha. You get what you want, you are happy. You don't get what you want, you are miserable. Let us say you are getting what you want, sukha. After that, what comes? Raga. That object which is giving you happiness, you like it. And then what do you do? What is next one? Raga dvesha prerita karma. Morning we had discussed this. All my actions are based on my attachments, my likes and dislikes. Something which I like, I want it more. Something which I dislike, I tend to run away from it. So all my actions are based on my likes and dislikes. Whatever I like, I want it more and more. I tend to run towards things, beings and situation which gives me joy. So my karma is based on my raga dvesha. So karma, sukha dukkha, raga dvesha, again karma, sukha dukkha, raga dvesha, karma. In this process, what is happening to raga dvesha? It is becoming more and more strong, intense, deep-rooted. Now, when likes and dislikes are becoming intense and deep-rooted, what is happening in me? Addiction is happening. You see, you like something, you want more of it. Again you indulge with that. Again that likes and dislike become strong. Take this example of smoking, drinking, etc. The first smoke, I liked it. I must smoke every day. Every day you smoke. Then what happens? A time comes when I become addicted to it. So this addiction is called intense raga. Now, addiction, is it mastery or slavery? When my life is guided by my raga dvesha, unknowingly I am getting bound by things, beings and situations. I want that thing only, then only I am happy. I want this person only, then only my life is fulfilled. I have to be in this situation. What is this? Addiction. What is addiction? Slavery. What is slavery? Bondage. You see, this equation, work hard, get your desired result, be happy. It is a very dangerous equation. A very dangerous equation. Don't think it is flawless. It is full of flaw. You see, when we are not guided by the scriptures and when we live our life, you are in for trouble. Now, one more bondage. See the cycle. Karma, karma phala, sukha dukkha, raga dvesha, karma. So slowly, I have intense addictions, desires. So the mind is constantly thinking of something or the other. I want this, I want that. So many unfulfilled desires are there. Whole of my life, I am trying to fulfill all my desires. And then someday I die with a bundle of unfulfilled desire. What happens to that person? The next birth is decided by those desires which you entertain at the time of death. This is the law. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. So at the time of death, yam yam vapi smaran, whatever the thoughts you entertain at the time of death, these thoughts are going to determine your future birth. Because we are born again and again only to fulfill our unfulfilled desires. That's a law. At the time of death, what you think, what you remember, what thoughts you entertain. In fact, at the time of death, what you think, actually you have no choice. Some people say, no, Swami, last moment, Narayana! But that's how it is, isn't it? Last thought only. So why should I do all this, sadhana and all? Last moment, as I am going to die, prana prayana samaye, just chant Narayana. Who is my role model? Ajamila. It is just not possible. Don't think that, last moment you can just do. Nothing will happen. You have no choice. You will helplessly think those thoughts which you have been thinking throughout your life. Sada tad bhava bhavitaha. You have literally become that which you are thinking. That momentum is so strong at the time of death. You can't escape from it. Right. So therefore, if I am living a worldly life, desiring this or that, constantly desiring this or that, at the time of death, there will be some desire which will erupt, some unfulfilled desire. And that desire will again push me back into this world. In short, what? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Coming back again and again to this world. This is also called as bondage. I am bound to this world. Coming back again and again to this world. Taking a body, not necessarily a human body also. Now, is it a good thing or a bad thing? One person came and told me, Swami, what is there? I love coming to this world. There's so much of thing to eat, drink, enjoy. What are you talking all the time, pessimistic? There's so much to explore. I love coming back. See, when you superficially analyze life, these kinds of, statements come out. You know what Bhagavan says? The one who has created this world. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarshana. Coming back to this world means what? How much ever punya you must have done. These things you can't avoid. Dukkham of janma. Janma means birth. Mrityu, death. Jara, old age. Vyadhi, disease. If you just pay attention to life, it is nothing but misery only. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam, Bhagavan says. This world is a dukkhalayam. Alayam means what? Abode. Abode of what? Dukkham. See, Vidyalayam. Alaya means abode. Abode of Vidya. Knowledge is called Vidyalaya. Aushadhalaya. Abode of Aushadhi, medicine. This world is described by Bhagavan as Dukkhalayam. Any person who has paid attention to life, sincerely, gone through life, consciously being aware of everything, it is not a pessimistic view, it is a realistic view. Spirituality is always talking ground realities of life. So, when you are living this life, work hard, fulfill your desires, be happy, whatever unfulfilled desires are there, fulfill it. Go on fulfilling your desires. If this is the way you are living, at the time of death, desires will be there. You are just sowing the seed for the next birth. And this will continue. How long? It can go on and on and on. Na rupamasyeha tathopalabhyate nanto na chadir na cha sampratishtha na cha adi na cha anta. It is beginningless, it can go on endless. Do you want to continue this? Is the question. So this is the flaw of this equation. Work hard, fulfill your desires, be happy. You see? Swamiji, we never thought in all these ways. Yes, that's why study of scriptures are necessary. We are in rat race. Majority of people are living the way I am living, fine, so I am right. See, just because majority is right doesn't mean that they are right. In fact, majority is always wrong when it comes to spirituality. So now a big question comes, where did I make this mistake? This equation appeared to be so perfect. What is the mistake I am doing in this world? So the mistake is, we forget God. This is the mistake. But where does God comes into picture? God alone is there in the picture. What are you talking? That Lord who has given you everything, forgetting Him, you want to be happy? Impossible. This is the mistake. So let us start from scratch now. To understand Karma Yoga, you have to start from scratch. Start from the basics of life. How many factors are necessary just to be alive on this planet? How many factors? External factors. You need food. You need air to breathe. You need shelter. Right temperature. How many factors can you count? Gravity. Right gravity. That Earth's rotation. Right speed of rotation. And again the Earth is going around the Sun also. And the right distance between Sun and Earth. How many factors can you count? Infinite factors. How many factors are in our control? 0. Again, inside us, how many factors are necessary? Kidney has to function, liver has to function, heart has to function, brain has to function. Every cell has to function. How many factors are in our control? So there are infinite factors. When they all come together, life is possible on this planet. Not even one factor is in my control. And still I am alive. So therefore, there has to be an infinitely intelligent principle which is taking care of all these factors. Yes or no? Yes. You call by any name, Allah or God or Jesus or Rama or Krishna, any name you give, doesn't matter. But there is an intelligent principle, a Sarvajna Bhagavan, a Lord who is taking all these factors. So life doesn't belong to me, it is a gift given to me. Yes or no? Yes. Even when I am alive, if you just pay attention, how I am seeing, I don't know. How the eyes are functioning, I don't know. I am given the ability to operate, but how it functions, I don't know. How am I hearing? I don't know. How am I thinking? I don't know. How am I talking? I don't know. What all things are happening in this body? I don't know. In short, the reality of this life is, oh Lord, I am nothing, I know nothing, I have nothing, I can do nothing. Any objection, you may raise your hands. This is where spirituality begins. And to be a nobody in life, you don't have to read any scripture. Big Sanskrit, you need not by heart, slokas, etc. Just pay attention to life. And we come to know we are a nobody in life. Yes or no? Yes. Don't say, Aham Brahmasmi. Start with, Aham Shunyosmi. The mistake we commit is we directly want to become Brahman. A fool first become Shunya. Start from step 1. I'm a nobody. Right. But then comes the second statement. Oh Lord, I am something because of your grace. I have something because of your blessings. I know something because of your grace. I can do something because of your grace. So the first step in spirituality is humility plus gratitude. If these virtues are not cultivated, forget about spirituality. Forget about all techniques of higher meditation. You just forget about it. An arrogant fellow who is ungrateful to the Lord is unfit to enter into the infinite kingdom of the Lord. He's just unfit. He will sit for meditation and snore away to bliss. That's the only bliss he will know, not the bliss of the self. Understood? This is the starting point of spirituality. Paying attention to the reality of life and becoming a nobody. In my own eyes, I am a nobody. Swamiji, is it not inferiority complex, Swamiji? There's a huge difference between inferiority complex and humility. They both look alike, but there's a huge difference. What is the difference? An inferiority complex, it is a vice. It is a defect. It is not a virtue. Inferiority complex is nothing but an expression of ego only. Both superiority complex and inferiority complex, they are two sides of the same coin, the coin of ego. The inferiority complex person says, I am a nobody, but there is somebody who is a somebody. Today I am a nobody, tomorrow I should become a somebody. I am miserable because I am a nobody. I should become a somebody, then only I will be happy. This is inferiority complex. He is miserable. He is trying to become a somebody. By aggrandizing, hoarding positions and possessions and this and that. He is trying to become a somebody. It's all the play of the ego. But what about humility? That humble person says, I am a nobody and everybody is a nobody. Because everybody is a somebody because of God alone. So everything belongs to God. So therefore, I don't feel bad that I am a nobody. It's a fact of life. This is humility. So when you have humility, you cheerfully say, I am a nobody. When you are inferiority complex, you miserably say, I am a nobody. That's the difference. A huge difference. Right. So now, I am paying attention to this reality. Whatever is there, the life itself doesn't belong to me. The ability to function is not mine. The abilities and talents are not mine. It has all been given to me. The resources are not mine. The world is not mine. Everything belongs to one Lord. I am grateful to Him. Everything belongs to Him. So now, with this understanding, how should I live my life? These abilities are given. A life is given. How should I live my life? So from here onwards comes the concept of Karma Yoga. I must live a life in such a way that my Creator must be happy with me. This is Karma Yoga. I must live my life in such a way that my Creator must be happy with me. Right? You see, as children, what is the responsibility of a child? To make the parents happy, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. The child should always say, I should become a good child of my parents. That child is excellent. That child will get everything from the parents, yes or no? In fact, this is what parents expect from their children. Correct? And who is the Lord? Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitama. I am the father and mother of this universe. So what is our greatest responsibility when we are living in this world? Our responsibility to make our Creator happy. And when does He become happy? We have discussed this. When we walk the path of righteousness, because He loves dharma. Another name of Bhagavan is dharma. The path of righteousness, the path of truth, the path of nobility. So this is what makes Bhagavan happy. Oh Lord, I will walk this path. This is where Karma Yoga comes into picture. Now, in Karma Yoga, we talk of 4 principles. Always remember this. What are the 4 things we must keep in mind while living in this world, while performing our duties with the spirit of Karma Yoga? So the 4 things. Number 1, Kartavya Nirvahanam. Kartavya Nirvahanam. Kartavya Nirvahanam means what? Performance of one's own duty. That's all we need to do. We don't have to go and save the world. Not necessarily. Wherever you have been placed, just fulfill your duties and responsibility. That's all. First one. Kartavya Nirvahanam. Second one. Samyak Acharanam. Do it as best as you can. You need not be the best, but you should be your best. You need not be number 1. That is not possible, because maybe I don't have that ability and talent to become number 1. It may not be possible. But yes, am I putting forth my best? That's all what is needed. Third one, Ishvara Arpana Buddhihi. When I am performing my duties and responsibilities, all the time at the back of the mind I should remember, Bhagavan, this ability is given by you. So therefore, these duties which I am performing, duties as a professional, duties as a family person, these duties, may this be my offering unto you, my worship unto you. This clear understanding has to be there. This is not my ability. It has been for the time being given to me. A time will come when these things will be taken away from me. My life, my abilities, everything will go away. But as long as it is there, let me convert it as a worship of the Lord. So I am a very good professional, not taking any shortcuts, living a righteous life, doing my best as a worship of the Lord, following the path of dharma, the path of righteousness, nobility, goodness, in the service of everyone, for the welfare of everyone, with whatever abilities I have been given. Then that attitude is called Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. Jagata Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam Ashtamurti Bhrat Deva Pujanam. Jagata Sevanam itself is Deva Pujanam. Serving the world itself is my worship unto the Lord. So this should be the attitude while performing action. And naturally when the actions are performed, results will come. What should be our attitude? Ishvara Prasada Buddhihi. Ishvara Prasada. It is a prasadam from the Lord. Whatever comes, it is a prasad. In the temple, after the puja, when the pujari gives you something, you don't analyze what is it he has given, good or bad. If it is bad, I will throw it away. No, just take. He might give you a dry tulsi leaf, you will eat. A rotten banana, you will eat. You don't question. Isn't it? That is called as prasada buddhi. Whatever comes. Sometimes they make this, that flattened rice, some mud and all that will be there. Just take it. Prasad. Not very tasty, doesn't matter, it's prasad. So this should be the attitude. After performance of action, when the results come, what is the attitude? Ishvara prasadavati. Bhagavan, out of your infinite intelligence, out of your infinite wisdom, you have given this. I receive it cheerfully, without complaining, without grumbling. So what is the first one? Kartavya nirvahanam, performance of one's duties. Second one, samyak acharanam, doing it as best as I can. Third one, Ishvara arpana buddhihi, performance of duties as a worship of the Lord. Fourth one, Ishvara prasada buddhi, when the results come, cheerful acceptance, considering whatever comes as a prasad from the Lord. This is, in short, Karma Yoga. Right. So now, how does Karma Yoga overcome all the defects what we have discussed earlier? In Karma Yoga, you will find that this person is not, his first priority is not the results, material results. His first priority is what? Making my Creator happy. My Bhagavan should be pleased with me. He should be happy with me. I should be a good child of the Lord. Have I done my best? Bas. If he is happy, I am happy. Now see, to put in another way, as far as a Karma Yogi is concerned, he knows that infinite bliss is my nature. It is this impure mind which is preventing me from gaining this infinite bliss which is my nature. So therefore his goal is not to get something from the world. His goal is to purify the mind. Karma Yoga purifies the mind. I have to just purify the mind, and once the mind is silent, I am face to face with infinite bliss which is my nature. So therefore his focus is not upon the outer results. His focus is spiritual evolution. That is why Karma Yoga is also called Buddhi Yoga in Bhagavad Gita. It is Buddhi Yoga. Right understanding is there. It is not just performing action with right knowledge. Okay. So therefore you will find that whether the results come or not, there is no worry, there is no anxiety, there is no fear. Why? Because his first priority is not the material result. The result is limited. So what? My happiness has nothing to do with the result. Second defect also gone. Third one, addiction. Am I performing action based on my likes and dislikes? No. My actions are based on what is right and what is wrong. I am doing it not because I like it. I am doing it because it is the right thing to do. So therefore what happens? There is no scope for Raga Dvesha to intensify. All the Raga Dveshas just to vanish, they dissolve. And the fourth one, even when I am performing action, I very clearly know, oh Lord, you are the master, I am only an instrument. So actions belong to whom? To the instrument or to the doer, the wielder of the instrument? The wielder, Lord. So see, there is no kartrutva bhava. And because the actions are performed without expecting any material results, it is a desireless action, and therefore there is no way in which he is reborn again. So, repeated birth, death also gone. You see how this Karma Yoga is freeing this person from all bondages. Right. Now, with respect to the material result, who is at a higher advantage? A karmi or a karma yogi? Who is a karmi? All of us. Performing action for the result. Karmi. Karma yogi. Performing action to please the Lord. Even from this gross materialistic standpoint, who is at a higher advantage? Karmi or a karma yogi? A karmi, when he is performing action, his mind is full of agitation, anxiety, worry, tension, etc. Will I get it or not? Will I get it or not? Will I succeed or not? Will there be profit or not? all the time worrying. When you are performing an action with a disturbed, agitated, worried mind, what kind of action will you turn out? Superior quality or inferior quality? Inferior. With a disturbed mind, when you perform action, that quality of action will be inferior. So naturally the result also will be inferior. What about a karma yogi? While performing action, he is performing action with a peaceful mind, quiet mind. He is at his best. Remember, when your mind is at peace, you are at your best. When your mind is disturbed, you are at your worst. Look at Arjuna. In the battlefield, he is the number one archer. But when his mind was disturbed, he collapsed. Even to hold on to that bow, he could not. Right. When the mind is peaceful, you are brilliant. You are at your best. And a karma yogi is functioning with such a peaceful mind. So even when he is working for a material result, in the sense in the world, he may be a professional, but he is working with a very peaceful mind, and therefore he turns out a superior quality action, and naturally the result will be excellent. So from the material standpoint, karma yogi is at a higher advantage. From the spiritual standpoint, of course, his actions are not tainting him. His actions are only purifying his mind. At the peace of mind level also, a karmi is disturbed while performing action. He is disturbed after getting the results also. When he gets more, he is excited. Woo! Top. When he gets less, he is dejected. Gone. You understand? Highly excited. Party. When you succeed. And when you lose everything, that sorrow has to be, again, both ways drinking only. Miserable. Karmi is miserable. What about a karma yogi? While performing action, absolutely peace. After getting the result, Bhagwan, peace continues. Such a person, when he sits for meditation, what will be the state of his mind? Throughout the day he has been peaceful, so that peace continues. The momentum of peace continues, even at the seat of meditation also. He sits for some time, and whatever little disturbance, everything gone. Padma patram iva ambhasa, like the lotus in water. A yogi is compared like a lotus. Lotus is a beautiful comparison. You will find that in Hindu scriptures, everything is lotus, lotus, lotus. Lotus heart, lotus eyes, lotus hands. And everybody is sitting on lotus also. You may think, how this such a heavy fellow, 100 kilo, he is sitting on a lotus. Why is that lotus is not becoming flat? See, they are all symbolic. You know the beauty of lotus? The beauty of lotus is, it is growing in dirty water, but it is untouched by dirt. That's the beauty. That water is stinking, but what does the lotus bring out? Fragrance. The water is ugly, dirty, but lotus is beautiful. The water is bitter, but the lotus has nectar in it. You see, amazing. It is growing in absolutely an unconducive environment, but it is bringing out all great virtues. And this lotus has got another great property. It is ever open to the light, ever close to darkness. When the sun rises, it blossoms. When darkness comes, closes. This is how we should be in life also. We will be going through a lot of bitter experiences, but these bitter experiences should not make us bitter, it should make us better. That is what Lotus teaches us. The world is full of ups and downs, joy, sorrow, praise, criticism, honor, dishonor, gain, loss. This is world. But who is a yogi? The one who is unaffected. One who has a perfect shock absorber. Shocks from the world doesn't affect him. Mentally peaceful. In fact, the definition of a sannyasi in Bhagavad Gita is this. Neyasya nitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati nirdvando hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Neyasya nitya sannyasi. Such a person should be known as a true sannyasi. Who? Not the one who wears some ochre color robe. No. See the definition of a sannyasi. Yona dveshina kankshati, who is free from likes and dislikes. Nirdvandvaha, who is unaffected by the pairs of opposites of the world. Internally, absolutely peaceful. Externally, he is going through ups and downs. He is there in the world. He is not escaping from the world. He is not escaping from the challenges of the world, problems of the world. He is amidst problem. He is in the marketplace. He is in the battlefield. But at the same time, deep down, his mind is unaffected. Such a person, know such a person to be sannyasi. Sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Such a person easily, Arjuna, he becomes liberated. You see. So Bhagavad Gita is for whom? Is the scripture for the dead and the dying? Once upon a time in India, even now also, when big politician dies, in all India radio, Bhagavad Gita chanting begins. So as children, when we hear some Bhagavad Gita chanting, we are very happy. Because some fellow is dead, some big politician, and today is a holiday. So Bhagavad Gita was meant for the dead or the dying. Fellow is dying and somebody will come, some panditjis will come and then chant Bhagavad Gita. What a big mistake. This is a scripture meant for the living, meant for those who are battling their problems in life, meant for Arjunas. So many problems, challenges, difficulties. How to face them? Bhagavad Gita is a technique for it. So when should we learn Bhagavad Gita? After retirement? Swamiji, when I am totally free from everything and I have retired, then I will study. Fool you are. At a very young age, give this knowledge to their children. Because they are going to face life. They are going to face difficulties. Are you empowering your children with this knowledge? Your knowledge of physics, chemistry, maths will not do. No. There's a special knowledge needed. Life challenges if you have to face, you need that knowledge which makes you strong from within. Yes. So this knowledge should be mandatory. It is not optional. What will happen if I don't have this knowledge? Well, fine. You will mess up your life. Nothing else. You will mess up your life. You purchase a new car, brand new car, with all facilities. And then you say, I will decide how I should drive. I am not going to follow all those instructions given by the manufacturer. User's manual, I throw. This is my car, I will decide what is accelerator and what is brake. I will decide. Fine, it is your car, you decide. But there is a law of this universe. If you follow the laws, you are blessed by the laws. If you disobey them, the very same laws will crush you. Then don't blame God. Why did you do this to me? Don't blame God. You disobeyed the laws and therefore you are suffering. So what is the best way to live? Learn the laws. Understand the working of the cosmos. Scriptures are given. It has been given by the manufacturer of the world and manufacturer of you. Your body, mind, intellect has been manufactured by the Lord. Listen to Him. Follow His guidance. Obey Him. And then everything will be fine. All the mess that we see in the society, in the world, in the name of hatred and war and crime and everything, where is it coming from? They're all done by those people who have divorced their life from scriptures. Right understanding of scriptures. Right. So, we were talking of Karma Yogi. So this Karma Yogi, at the mind level, he is absolutely peaceful. At the material level, he is very much prosperous. Because his actions are efficient. He has a very cheerful personality. A very attractive personality. His words, his actions, everything has a touch of divinity. Because he is connected to the divine. And anyone who is connected to the divine, he stands apart in the crowd. It's like a device which is connected to the internet. That device is very different from other devices, isn't it? Because internet is infinite knowledge. Nobody can match a device which is connected to internet. So in the same way, here is a person who is connected to the divine. Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. Ever surrendered unto Him, O Lord, what is my command? Please guide me. And there is this voice of conscience. Very clear guidance he gets from Him. And he does what is instructed. The Lord is speaking to everyone. Majority of us, we don't listen to that voice. Rare few listen and they bless their life. So see, you just can't compare a karmi and a karma yogi. You just can't compare. At all levels. Suppose there is a problem in the traffic and the traffic police is trying his level best. But he is not able to handle that problem. There's a fight, etc. So what does he do? He calls his immediate boss, correct? Send me more force. I'm not able to handle this. So more police come and they try to solve the problem. If the higher boss is also not able to handle, what will he do? He will call his immediate. And finally, if the police is not able to handle the situation, army enters, isn't it? That policeman appears to be an ordinary individual, but he is backed by the entire government, entire nation. Why? Because he is fulfilling the duties prescribed by the government. He is a representative. In the same way, a karma yogi, who is he? He is the representative of the Lord. Why? Because he is doing what the Lord is asking him to do. So therefore, whatever he needs, who has to supply? Who has to supply? The Lord has to supply because he is working for him. A karmi is working for himself. My promotion, my salary, my family, my children. A karmi, his understanding about life is very limited, very narrow. A karma yogi, he is tuned to God. Remember, a karmi and a karma yogi both are in the same field, doing the same thing. But what makes the difference? That attitude makes the difference. One is doing for himself, the other is doing for the Lord. And that makes all difference. Just imagine what you will lack when you're doing something for the Lord. Resources, knowledge, money, you name it, it will come to you. It will come to you. It has to come to you. And that is the whole story of Sundarkand, Hanumanji. Hanumanji did something which is unthinkable for us. He crossed the ocean in one leap. He lifted that huge mountain. What is the message of this story? The message is, if the Lord has given you a responsibility, it is His responsibility to see that you fulfill your responsibility. It is His responsibility to see that you are empowered. Even if He is jumping the ocean, fine, He will make you fit. If He is lifting a mountain, fine, He will make you fit. What is impossible for infinitely powerful, omniscient Lord? What is impossible? That is the message. There's a beautiful statement in Tulsi Ramayana. Hanumanji flew. And you know the comparison given? Like the arrow of the Lord. Like the infallible arrow of the Lord. This is the comparison. Now this is a beautiful comparison because what you are seeing is only the arrow. Its speed, its direction, its target. You are not seeing the shooter. You see? But actually, arrow by itself has nothing. Everything is decided by the shooter. Arrow is chosen by the shooter. The speed decided by the shooter. The target decided by the shooter. Everything shooter decides, but we are not seeing the shooter. We are seeing only the arrow. In the same way, Hanumanji is flying. We say, oh, Hanumanji is great. See, he is flying. But Hanumanji knows, I am a nobody. What are the four things? I am nothing. I know nothing. I have nothing. I can do nothing. And here is Hanumanji flying. You see? Sundarkand is beautiful. Every stage, Hanumanji is guided. There's a beautiful episode there. So after Hanumanji does all that burning Lanka, etc., he comes back. So then he is friend of Bhagavan. And Hanumanji says, Bhagavan, we should immediately go. Sita Mata is suffering there. We should, quickly go. At that time, Bhagavan is just looking at Hanumanji with tears in eyes. And you know the words spoken by Bhagavan? Hanuman, I am not even able to stand in front of you. I am so indebted to you. You have done so much for me. I don't think that I will ever be able to come out of this debt. So therefore, I am not even able to stand in front of you, Hanuman. You know what Hanumanji does at that time? What we have done? Bhagavan himself is praising. I must be really a great man. Otherwise, why should Bhagavan praise, No. Hanumanji just falls at the feet of Bhagavan and says, Bhagavan, Trahimam, protect me, save me. Save me from what? My own ego. Save me, O Lord. He just falls at the feet. So, our ego is just waiting to take credit for anything and everything. And just imagine Bhagavan himself praising you. See, generally what happens is, some Tom, Dick and Harry praises you don't value. But some great man, whom you respect and revere, when that person praises, you are unsettled. Yes or no? Who is praising? That is also very important. Here the Lord of the universe is praising you. In fact, it was a test. And Hanumanji passed the test with flying colors. He just falls at the feet of Bhagavan and says, Bhagavan, I am a mere monkey. The only thing which I know is to jump from one branch to another. Forget about crossing ocean and all that. These monkeys, they only know one thing. From one branch to another, yes. Bhagavan, if something has happened, anything good has happened, noble has happened, it's all because of you. At every stage you guided me. At every stage you empowered me. Knowing my need, you fulfilled all those needs. Oh Lord, I don't deserve anything. generally we say, there's a very famous saying, Tan Padi Devam Padi. Have you heard of this? This is South Indian. 50% my effort, 50% God's grace. If you really, really see what 50%, your 50%, it will come to 0%. Everything He gives, the inspiration from within to do something good, He gives. Resources He gives, health He gives, ideas He gives, some of the wonderful ideas. How it has come, we don't know. It's my idea, my original idea. Fool you are. We just become nimitta. That's why Bhagavan tells Arjuna, nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. Arjuna, I have killed all of them. Literally winning that war was impossible. Kauravas were invincible. Number one mighty army, 11 Akshohinis compared to 7 Pandavas. Pandava army was small. And moreover, invincibles like Bhishma. Once he has taken a weapon, nobody could defeat him. Drona, as long as weapon is there, nobody could defeat him. Karna, again invincible because of his Kavacha Kundala, etc. Jayadratha, anyone who kills, he will be killed. Such people there. It was literally impossible to win the war against Kauravas. But then one man made all the difference. Who was he? That's it. Maivete nihata purvamev. Arjuna, I have already killed them. You just shoot some arrows and they just fall. And all this Paramveer Chakra, this Chakra, all the awards and medals you take, I have already killed them. Be just my instrument. I will do everything through you. Remain ever surrendered unto me. That's all. The rest everything I will do. Now this is not only the message for Arjuna, it is a message for every one of us. I have my responsibilities, professional responsibility, family responsibility. Just remain in tune with the Lord. Then what will happen? The Lord will ensure whatever is needed, He will do everything. That's all. The message, the whole message of Bhagavad Gita is surrender. Sharanagati is the message. Right. So this is Karma Yoga. Right. This is the way we are supposed to live. This is the way we are supposed to perform our duties, responsibilities. At the back of the mind always we must know, whatever I am doing, it is because of His grace, His blessings. I am a nobody. I am a nothing. And then what happens to such a devotee? Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhiyogam tam yenamam upayanti te. Teshamevanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamah nashayami atmabhavastha jnanadipena bhasvata. Such devotees who are in tune with me, who live a life ever surrendered unto me, I light the lamp of knowledge remaining in their heart and destroy the darkness of ignorance. I will make them know that they are not different from me, they are one with me. I will make them one with me. That is called as Aham Brahma Asmi. What is the sadhaka doing? He is practicing Aham Shunyosmi. That is his job. His job is not say, oh God, we are one. Aham Brahma. My job is to become a nobody. God's job is to make me sit next to Him. That's exactly what happens in Tulsi Ramayana also. Hanumanji falls at the feet of Bhagavan. And then what Bhagavan does? He lifts him, hugs him, makes him sit next to him. So we are practicing dasoham. Bhagavan blesses us and makes us experience soham. So this is a journey from dasoham to soham. Right. That experience, the highest experience, that I am Brahman, it is not coming by effort. That comes through grace. And you have to earn that grace. How to earn that grace? By becoming a nobody. By effacing your ego. And that I have to do. God cannot do it. I have to do. Effacing my ego. There's a beautiful quote from Puja Gurudev. Renounce your ego is the only request from God. I will make you God is the promise. Renounce your ego is the only request from God. This is what He is requesting us. Renounce your ego. And what is the promise? I will make you God. So this is how we must live our life. We must fulfill our responsibilities. Right. So this is Karma Yoga. Okay? Right. Krishna ka naam anmol bolo Krishna Krishna. गंगा भी बोले कृष्णा यमुना भी बोले कृष्णा सागर के लहरों से आवाज आए कृष्णा 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 का नाम अनमोल बोलो कृष्णा कृष्णा ब्रह्मा भी बोले कृष्णा विष्णु भी बोले कृष्णा शिव जी के डमरू से आवाज आए कृष्णा 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 का नाम अनमोल बोलो कृष्णा कृष्णा चंदा भी बोले कृष्णा सूरज भी बोले कृष्णा तारों के झिलमिल से आवाज आए कृष्णा 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 का नाम अनमोल बोलो कृष्णा कृष्णा हम भी बोलेंगे कृष्णा तुम भी बोलो ना कृष्णा सबके हृदय से आवाज आए कृष्णा 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 का नाम अनमोल बोलो कृष्णा 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 का नाम अनमोल बोलो कृष्णा कृष्णा ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।